Yes, Mr. Solo.
Lordship. Lordship, here the petitioner is seeking for appointment on an ownership basis, Your Lordship. Lordship, what has happened is that in the early 1990s, Your Lordship, the ancestor of the petitioner, they have donated the plot of land, Your Lordship.
Any agreement?
Your Lordship, there's no oral agreement, but Your Lordship, if Your Lordship would come to annexure D, Your Lordship.
Annexure?
D, Your Lordship, page 21, Your Lordship.
D.
Yes, page 21, Your Lordship. Lordship.
Annexure.
D, Your Lordship, page 21. Page 21, Your Lordship.
B.
D, Your Lordship. Page 21. Your Lordship, this is a certificate issued by the additional deputy commissioner, Your Lordship.
Then when was it issued?
Lordship, that have
This
not
is
been
not
specified, Your
dated.
Lordship. Lordship not specified, your lordship. But your lordship here, the ADC have certified that the petitioners are the landowners, and your lordship, they have donated the plot of land, your lordship, for the construction of SDO soil and water conservation, your lordship, at Montezit, your lordship. Your lordship, it's not been disputed, your lordship, that the plot of land was donated, your lordship.
So who is appointed to what post?
Lordship, here, the respondent number 3 has been appointed, your lordship. Lordship, what has happened is that a vacancy arose. Lordship, on page 24, your lordship. Your lordship would come to page number 24, an extra F, your lordship. Your lordship, a vacancy arose to the post of Chakita, your lordship, on 02/11/2019, your lordship, to which the petitioner have given an application, your lordship, for appointment on land ownership basis, your lordship. Lordship, however, the respondent number 3 was appointed, your lordship.
Mr. M. Solo, the learned counsel for the petitioner. In the present petition, the petitioner has impugned the order dated 24/2/2020 passed by the Director, Soil and Water Conservation, Nagaland, Kohima, appointing the respondent number 3 to the post of Chowkidar in the office of the SDO within bracket SC office TZ under the establishment of the Directorate of Soil and Water Conservation, Nagaland, Kohima. It is the case of the petitioner that he is one of the landowners who had donated the land for the establishment of the SDO within bracket SC office TZ. And therefore, he has a better right to be considered for the post of Chowkidar instead of the respondent number 3. Stop. Issue notice to the respondents, returnable within 4 weeks.
Lordship, if notice be issued to respondent number 3.
MS
your lordship.
so and so, the learned government advocate appears on behalf of respondent number 1 and 2. Stop. The learned counsel for the petitioner shall serve the requisite copies of the writ petition to the learned government advocate when
In the course of the day, your lordship.
in the course of the day. Stop. Insofar as the respondent number 3 is concerned, the learned counsel for the petitioner shall take steps for service of notice upon the respondent number 3 by registered post with AD within a period of
1 week, your lordship.
7 days from today. Listed after 4 weeks.
March election.
Yes, Miss Kiki,
Lordship.
what is your case?
Sir, this current writ petition has been filed, especially against the respondent number 4, who are the Assam Rifles, the Assam Rifle Training Center, which is located at Chumukidima now, then Dimapur. So the main case arose because there's a certain portion of land which faces towards the national highway, closely located towards the airport area. So that belongs to the land of the petitioners, your lordship. And what the respondent number 4 in this current case has done is they have encroached towards the land that belongs to the petitioners, your lordship. That is the Kirha village, where the village has been settled and established already. And in as far as this case is concerned, your lordship, there's also a settlement order that has been given way back in 1950 by the then Deputy Commissioner, your lordship, which has been annexed at Annexure P1 of the main writ petition, your lordship. If I may kindly be allowed to go and guide your lordship to that particular document, your lordship.
Annexure,
P1 at page number 18 of the main writ petition, your lordship.
P1 page.
Page number 18, your lordship.
Ah. Yes,
So here it says, the following person are allotted settlement land for cultivation.
this is not legible.
Lordship, yes, since the very old document, I apologize for the vagueness, but however, if you may allow me to read the content of the annexure, your lordship.
Yes, yes, please.
For cultivation at the third milestone of the
Where are you reading? Which column?
lordship, the second line, your lordship.
Second,
The following persons are allotted settlement of land for cultivation.
yes, wait, I'm not getting that. You have stitched everything. What is the first column? There's something missing. Rest of each duck. The first column,
Office of the Deputy Commissioner, Naga Hills, aka
which page you are reading?
Lordship,
Page number 18.
page number 18, the main writ petition.
18 is the cheetah for surveyed villages. 18 is the cheetah for surveyed villages in this petition. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not
Lordship.
reading your,
That could be the
yes,
lead by your lordship.
page 18. Yes, yes. Please read.
The following persons are allotted settlement of land for cultivation between third milestone of the second furlong to the fourth milestone on the condition
Of the, what follow?
to the-
Of the,
of the furlong to the
pardon?
furlong. So that's a measurement that they used to use during those
But there
olden
is
days.
one word before furlong.
Once I'm just trying to trace the better copy if I have it with me, your lordship. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Yes, just read.
So your lordship, but that particular thing just talks about the measurement that has been allotted to the villagers, that particular line. And proceeding further, it says fourth milestone on the condition that the whole area of each settlement is completely brought under cultivation by each allot himself within 2 years, failing which the settlement will be cancelled. No subletting will be permitted. So there are name of 8 individuals that has been allotted, your lordship, and with a measurement of 16 bighas each. And this has been issued on the 14th of March, 1950 by the then Deputy Commissioner, your lordship, which is,
Where is that date?
your lordship, the date is mentioned here, just
14th March
1950, your lordship.
So this 8 LOTs, they are the petitioners?
They are the descendants, they are the petitioners, yes, and then it has
They are the descendants as well as the
descendants.
petitioners?
The petitioners are the descendants of the LOTs mentioned out here in this particular document, your lordship.
Okay,
And so each of them has been given 16 bighas each of that particular land, your lordship. So I'm sure your lordship is also aware of the particular area towards the stretch of the airport as we go. The entire stretch on the left side, there is a village called the Kirha village. So that is where the descendants of these 8 allottees have been given the particular measurement alongside the Assam Rifle Training Center and also the Airport Authority of India. So that's altogether different issues. So we're not touching on that, your lordship. But then the particular issue here in this current petition is there has always been a boundary demarcation regarding this plot of land. But there has been instances where time and over again, there has been encroachment that has been done from the side of the respondent number 4. And for which we have also time and over again complained to the Deputy Commissioner regarding the encroachment of the respondent number 4 on the land of the petitioner, Your Lordship. And Your Lordship, to prove and verify that the current dispute of land in this particular petition is specifically at DUG number 7, Your Lordship, if I may be allowed to walk Your Lordship through the map that shows the demarcation, which is at annexure P3 of the main writ petition. At
What
page
is the
number 20,
page? What is the page?
21, Your Lordship. So, Your Lordship, if you look at the map, the entire portion, there's the Assam Rifle Training Center. And then the entire portion of land from so the
Where is your village here?
the village is at the appointment numbers mentioned, DUG number 7, 5, 4. So this entire portion of this land, Your Lordship, DUG number 7, 5, 4, 3, 9, 16, 59, 57, all those numberings that have been mentioned in this map, Your Lordship, that is,
Whether the land allotted to you comprises the Kerha village or your land is part and parcel of Kerha village.
sir, so this is a community land. And then the petitioners here are the owners of this entire village community land. And on top
So
of that,
they are actually the owners of the whole land.
Yes, Your
the
Lordship.
whole village.
Your Lordship, and based on that, the state government is also notified as it being a recognized village based on the demarcation that has been given by the surveyor in this map, Your Lordship.
So in short, whether it can be said that the land allotted to you comprises the Kerha village,
Lordship,
whether it comprises the Kerha village
it comprises of Kira village, Your Lordship.
or it is part and parcel of Kerha village.
So the land allotted is the Kira village, Your
Kerha
Lordship.
village. Okay,
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay.
So, but here, Your Lordship, the main point of contention and issue lies in encroachment of DUG number 7, Your Lordship. which
That's
is-
number 7.
Your Lordship.
Okay.
So on the right side of the map, Your Lordship, there is the Assam Rifle Training Center. So what has
ARTC.
happened over the course of years is slowly and gradually the encroachment has happened. And for which sometime in the year 2001 also, Your Lordship, we have written a letter to the Deputy Commissioner regarding the encroachment that has happened from the side of the respondent number 4 in this current petition. If I may be allowed to bring Your Lordship to
Yes.
the particular document.
Where is your representation?
Lordship, I'll point to that. Your Lordship is at page number 24, annexure P6.
Page 24. No type copy.
The type copy is at the next page, Your Lordship.
This is 10 January 2002.
2002, but Your Lordship, if we look at the reference,
Just read your representation.
it is to the Deputy Commissioner, Dimapur, District Dimapur, reference registered receipt number 4692 dated 23/11/2001. So this means it on former occasion also that it has been addressed, but since there has been inaction and no activity from the side of the DC, this is again a second letter that has been addressed, Your Lordship. Subject: forced encroachment by ARTC at Kirha Village, National Highway 39. Sir, with reference to the subject cited above, once again, we submitting this application for lodging strong complaint to the higher authority for forced encroachment by ARTC at Kirha Village near 3.5 mile National Highway 39. That, sir, on 21st November 2001, ARTC personnel had done barbaric fencing. They meant to write barb fencing in lordship.
Barbaric.
That typo error can be ignored. Fencing on our Patta land by force. In this connection, the chairman and other member approached the officer in charge, that is Second Assam Rifle, to remove the second, it could be assistant commandant, to remove the fencing. Again, on the 4th Jan 2002, work had started for permanent brick wall purpose, for which we informed the contractor not to carry out the work as the case is under verification by the government. Instead of repeated requests by the villagers, fencing work is still going on without paying attention. Considering this, the law enforcement agency of ARTC personnel had done great injustice to us by using force encroachment, as villagers cannot match them. Under these circumstances, the villagers are requesting the higher authority to take necessary action and done for necessary verification immediately, failing which undesirable incident may arise, as villagers cannot remain a silent spectator, and for which the officer in charge, that is the second assistant commandant, ARTC, will be held responsible. An immediate action is highly appreciated, dated the 10th of
AC
January.
is assistant commandant.
Lordship.
Yes.
Dated the 10th January 2002, the chairman and the member of the Kirha village lordship with the sign and seal. So this is a representation that has been given to the DC as well to take action, but till today, lordship, till today, there has been no action whatsoever been taken, despite the grievances that has been raised way back in 2001 and 2002 as well, your lordship. And furthermore, your lordship, the main issue again came up after the, so if I may be allowed to take your lordship to the main issue on why this petition came to be filed in this honorable court, your lordship. Once the national highway, the 4-lane started its construction, your lordship. So a portion of the land that belonged to the petitioner also were being dug for the purpose of public utility services, your lordship. There was not an issue with the villagers. But what happened then was the villagers, since the portion of the land just faces to the national highway, belongs to the petitioner, they also thought they would want to do some kind of construction work, your lordship, since the land rightfully belongs to the petitioner. However, your lordship, the petitioners, we have also mentioned that in the writ petition, the petitioners started their activity sometime in 1st of August 2019.
Just see your page 42. What is this?
Page 42 of the main writ petition, your lordship.
Yes.
This is the letter that was addressed to the Commandant Assam Rifle Training Institute regarding encroachment of community and village land by the ARTC personnel under Kihar Village, Dimapur, Nagaland, National Highway 39. So this is a detailed letter that we have written to the Assam Rifle as well, your lordship. When we got to know that they have started encroaching on the portion of the land facing the national highway that belongs to the petitioner. But despite this letter also being written, your lordship.
Who are the petitioners? Let's see. Kirha village.
Your lordship, the petitioners are the chairman of the Kirha village. And then the head GB.
So the other LOTs are not before this court.
So the other LOTs are part and parcel of all this. They are the descendants.
This
So the
this
LOT,
Visa Cole, he is
Lordship.
also a descendant.
they are also a lordship.
And
Descendant.
Hostel, he is also a descendant.
Yes, your lordship.
What is your prayer?
So our prayer here is to the respondent number 3 to conduct detailed spot verification, your lordship, because so far there has not been any action from their side. And also the particular portion of the petitioner's land, which is the area of dispute and where the encroachment has happened.
What is the status of the land now?
So, your lordship, the status of the land, what happened is
Who is occupying?
now
The
just
encroacher.
the encroachers,
you.
they are still occupying, your lordship. Your lordship, if I may be allowed to take to just to give you a picturesque view of what has happened. which is at annexure P7, page number 27, your lordship,
Page,
27,
Ms. Kiki, page,
27.
okay.
So your lordship, this is the position then before the construction happened, the highway.
This photograph,
This photograph, your lordship. So the barbed wire fencing is where the Assam Rifle had always had their boundary, your lordship. If you can see clearly,
yes,
and I'm sure your lordship is also familiar with the area.
I am not familiar.
Yes, your lordship. So the barbed wire, the fencing is where the Assam Rifle usually had their boundary demarcation. But after the four-lane construction started to come in, on the pretext of saying that the four-lane construction has damaged the boundary wall, apart from this boundary wall, they have come way forward towards the national highway right now, your lordship, which rightfully belongs to the petitioner. And now they are claiming that it has always been part of our land. The barbed wire fencing got damaged during the time of four-lane construction, so on and so forth, and all these kind of excuses that they have come up with, your lordship. And on the next page also, it gives a, so if we see the vines that have grown towards the fencing, your lordship, that itself is a clear demarcation showing that that is where the boundary is. But now what has happened is, now they've encroached towards the portion of the dug up land as well, your lordship.
They have encroached this portion where the vines are grown.
Lordship?
They have encroached the portion where the vines are grown.
Yes, yes, way beyond that, your lordship. Fencing, your lordship, that is. The next picture will also give a clear view of. So that happened, and thereafter on May,
Lordship,
Yes.
Lordship, maybe allowed to mention item 48, Lordship.
which is at page number
On behalf of Mr. Taliao.
39 of the main
You will,
petition, your
so,
lordship,
Up to 3 weeks, Lordship.
38, 39 at annexure P 13, 38, 39.
Yes, yes.
So after encroaching that fencing area way beyond, now what they've done is they've put up a signage saying that it's government land, trespassers will be prosecuted.
Okay, okay.
So that is, and if we look at the next page, your lordship, it gives a clear angle of where the encroachment has happened. So the greener portion remains as it is. And
So this board is erected beyond the barbed wire fencing.
it is beyond the barbed wires, yes, your lordship. And now the position, how it stands is, as we can see the building and then the line that comes straight to the building. Now, your lordship, they've encroached and they've built, and again, another fencing, your lordship, a matched wire fencing. And in regard to that, we have also written a
So this
letter, your lordship,
this board is erected beyond the barbed wire fencing.
it is beyond the barbed. The High Court had given a stay order to stop any kind of construction work regarding this particular issue on this.
Where is that order?
Your lordship, it is at the order dated 24/5/2019, your lordship,
24/5,
2019.
24/5/2000. Okay. Road construction, yes. So they have complied.
So despite the order, so once this order was issued, intimation was given to the respondent parties. Then a certain portion of the land they have covered with the green netted cloth. Then after that, just recently on 12th May, your lordship, they've covered the entire stretch and portion of this disputed land, your lordship, and for which we have also written a
In
letter.
violation of this order,
In violation of the order, your lordship.
why did you not come up with a contempt petition?
Your lordship, this just happened on 12th of May, just 12th of May, just recently. And we have also intimated a letter to them, your lordship. I'll present the letter to you.
Okay,
Copy.
okay. Your prayer is very limited, only for verification of the land.
For verification, your lordship, right now, because also understanding on where the High Court will have the jurisdiction, your lordship,
Correct,
but
you are
to have a
right.
clarity on the ground realities.
Yes, Mr. Rainbow,
Yeah, please, Lordship.
are you violating this interim order passed by this court?
Lordship, regarding the submission made by my learned friend for violation of the order, it is absolutely incorrect.
Incorrect.
Lordship, yes.
Okay.
From the moment this order was passed by this honorable court, the respondent has complied with our order.
Please advise them to comply.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, Lordship.
Your Lordship, if we look at the letter that has been sent on 16th of May, 2013, that has just been present before your table, Your Lordship. It shows that the entire portion of the land has now been covered with the green mesh netted wire, which is at annexure 2 of the letter that has been given to the respondent parties, Your Lordship.
Where's Mr. Rainbow?
And then they've come
Please
up,
tell your officers to be very careful.
Yes,
If not, they will have to come before this court.
Lordship, I'll do that, I'll do that.
Your Lordship,
Okay.
this is how they gradually and eventually start occupying land that does not belong to them. And villagers having no authority, they can't fight against the Assam Rifle, Your Lordship. They'll come up with one reason or the excuses. And now the surprising excuses, they say that there's a lot of garbage and unhygienic condition. That's why they've built up this mesh wire. If that's the case, Your Lordship, they should be complaining to the DMC, Your Lordship, not taking this kind of actions into their own hands, Your Lordship. The reply is also, Your Lordship.
Yes, state government, who is for the state government? Any stand?
Lordship, and Lordship, in this matter, my colleague, Avitoli is appearing, Lordship. However, Lordship,
Where is she?
Lordship, she's not speaking well, Lordship.
Heard. MS Kiki, Lieutenant Counsel for the petitioner. And Mr. Rainbow, you're
For respondent number 4, Lordship.
and Mr. V. Jamobi, the Lieutenant Government Advocate for the respondent number 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3.
So also heard
On behalf of Ms.
Mr. Rainbow, correct? CGC,
Lordship.
the Lieutenant Counsel for the respondent number 4. We're passing the order. We are
Lordship.
giving what you have sought.
Lordship.
Yes.
I'm grateful, Lordship. Grateful, Lordship.
Yes.
Please, your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, kindly grant us 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply.
The Learned Counsel, your affidavit in reply. Time for filing your affidavit in reply was sought for since July 2022. Maybe you are not interested. Since July, what is today? What is the matter about?
It's about construction of road connectivity to the tourist spot, Lordship.
You are the petitioner.
Lordship.
You were denied the work.
Lordship. There was some deviation from the DPR, Lordship.
So you are not doing justice to your client by taking time and again for filing your affidavit in reply since July. You are C. the wrong son.
Lordship.
Mr. C.D. Rangsan, the learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that he may be allowed 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the said respondents. Stop. From the records, stop. From the records, it is seen that submissions on behalf of the petitioner to file affidavit in reply has been made since 19/7/2022. Stop. It is therefore high time that the petitioner files his affidavit in reply. Stop. In the interest of justice, one more last chance is given to the petitioner to file affidavit in reply. Stop. It is made clear that if no affidavit in reply is filed on the next date, on or before the next date, the case shall proceed on the basis of pleadings available on record, listed after 2 weeks. Yes.
Mr. Lordship, I'm missing on behalf of NK Muri, the learned counsel for the petitioner. He's not feeling well and he's outstation. On the last date, he have prayed to impede the private respondents and file additional affidavit. So that may be a lot, and the matter may be fixed on 13th of June.
Who is for the respondents?
Your Lordship, I'm for my senior, Mr. Yang Rawati.
You are for?
Union of India, Mr. Yang Rawati.
Has he filed the affidavit pursuant to the order dated 12/12/2022? Yes, Mr. Yamawati.
Yes,
Have you filed your affidavit?
we have already filed our affidavit.
Okay.
On the last occasion, the petitioner, they said that they will be implementing the new respondents.
I'm just having a look at that order. So you have filed your affidavit?
Yes, we have already filed our.
Okay, very good. Very good, very good. There is no order. Okay. Yes, what is taking so long for filing application for implementation? What is taking so long?
He was under treatment, my lord, NK Muri, the main counsel.
Mr. So-and-so submits that, makes a mention on behalf of Mr. NK Muri the learned counsel for the petitioner and submits that the matter may be adjourned for 2 weeks, since the learned counsel for the petitioner is indisposed. Stop. The learned counsel for the petitioner shall file the implement application as well as the additional affidavit as ordered on 25/4/2023, listed after 2 weeks.
Mr. President.
Item 5, PC 79.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes,
Lordship, pleadings are completed, so I will be granted 2 weeks time for admission hearing.
yes.
No objection, Your Lordship.
You will give a date if you want admission hearing. Give a date.
Lordship, this is work just regularizations and.
No, give a date for hearing.
TD6. TD6 of this month.
26 Friday. We listed on 29
Lordship,
on the prayer of the learned counsel for the parties, listed on 29/5/2023 for admission hearing.
I will place.
Item 6, PC 173.
May it please, Your Lordship.
Yes,
Your Lordship, I'm mentioning on behalf of the counsel for the petitioner. If 3 weeks time may be given, Your Lordship.
for
We are yet to file a reply, Your Lordship.
MS Spencer, the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 2 weeks time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
PC 196.
May I please, Your Honorship? I'm appearing of my senior advocate Ajo. May this matter be listed after 2 weeks?
Where is your affidavit in reply? Have you filed?
No, we are yet to file affidavit in reply, so 2 weeks time may be granted to us.
Mr. So-and-so, learned counsel for the petitioner, 6 for 2 weeks time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents.
Government.
Prayer is allowed.
And Your Lordship, the interim order.
The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date. Okay.
Item 8, PC 209.
May it please, Your Lordship.
Yes,
Our affidavit in reply is ready. However, we have sent it for signature, so kindly grant us 2 weeks time to file.
I must say so. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that she may be allowed 2 weeks time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed up to 2 weeks.
Item 9, PC 41.
May I please, my lord.
Yes,
Lordship, hearing the petitioners are the diploma holders in medical laboratory technology,
okay.
and they have done this from the Indian Institute of Paramedical Technology, Kohima. Lordship, what happened in the matter is, Your Lordship,
Indian
the
Institute of,
Paramedical Technology, Kohima.
is it recognized?
No, Your Lordship. No. And therefore, when an advertisement was made for filling up the vacancy of laboratory assistant, the petitioner has applied. However,
Who had sent the petitioner
Lordship,
to undergo the course? Who had sent the petitioner? Did the state government send?
no, because the Paramedical Institute of Medical Technology, this is a private run institute, not by the government of Nagaland. And therefore, their certificate is not a recognized certificate, and therefore, they were not allowed to sit in examination, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Now, what happened is, Your Lordship, we have already filed our affidavit, bring on record that the result of the examination conducted has already been declared, and therefore the case has become infractions. However, Your Lordship, there was 3 prayers made in the writ petition.
What are the other prayers?
Your Lordship, the first prayer was to quash and set aside the rejected list. That is a rejected list belonging to the petitioner, Your Lordship. The second was to direct the respondent to allow the petitioner to participate in the selection process. So the first and the second prayer is already gone on account of the result being declared.
Become infractions.
Yes, Your Lordship. Now prayer C, Your Lordship. Direct the respondent to recognize, accept the practitioner course of Diploma in Laboratory Technology obtained from the Institute of Paramedical Technology, Kohima.
This court has no jurisdiction to pass such a.
Lordship.
Your Lordship, here, prayer 3C is arrived, Your Lordship. In Your Lordship, the principal of the institute have been, vice principal of the principal institute have already been implemented, Your Lordship. And in the last instance, Your Lordship, they have appeared, Your Lordship. In Your Lordship, if Your Lordship would come to the last order, Your Lordship. Order dated 21/04/2023, Your Lordship.
What it says?
Your Lordship, here the government have been directed to file an additional affidavit, Your Lordship, here regarding. If Your Lordship would come to order dated 07/11/2022, Your Lordship.
07/11/2022.
Your Lordship.
07.
Your Lordship, here the government council, they have, Your Lordship, they have
067/2022.
07/11, Your Lordship.
Oh, 07/11.
11/2022,
Sorry,
Your Lordship.
07/11. Yes.
Your Lordship, here the council, the state council, Your Lordship, they have submitted that by order dated 29/09/2022, Your Lordship, they have been asked to file additional affidavit, Your Lordship. With regard to prayer number C, Your Lordship. Lordship, however, till that, Your Lordship, they have not filed the affidavit, and Your Lordship, in the last instance, Your Lordship.
Lordship.
You just have to file a very short affidavit.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Lordship, in that aspect of the matter, Your Lordship. In fact, by order dated, Lordship, 29/9/2022.
Yes, wait.
29/9/2022.
22.
29, Your Lordship.
29, Your Lordship.
29/9/2022.
Yes.
Your Lordship, this honorable court has directed the petitioner to implead the principal and authorities of the college. Because this is a privately run college, Your Lordship. This is not run by the government of Nagaland. And
But Mr. Nangami,
Lordship,
you see the para tree.
Your Lordship, here the vice
Mr.
principal.
Nangami, learned government advocate submits that he may be given time to file affidavit explaining the stand of the respondent. You yourself, you have sought
Lordship.
time.
Exactly.
So just file a small affidavit. We will dispose it.
In here, Your Lordship, the
And you did not take time also to explain that. Prayer C.
Lordship.
Because they are actually seeking for some direction from this court, which maybe this court does not have jurisdiction. Tentatively, that is my opinion.
Lordship, of course, it is there. However, Your Lordship, I was just trying to say that by order dated 14/2/2023, the petitioner has filed an IA impleading the principles and the
vice principal,
authorities.
Your Lordship.
Have they been impleted?
Yes,
Your
yes,
Lordship,
yes,
they have appealed,
yes,
Your
Your Lordship. Now they have been implemented, Your Lordship.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We can actually dispose this matter even without them. Whether notice has been issued to them?
Your Lordship, they have appealed, Your Lordship, in the last instance.
Lordship, I'm appearing for the newly implemented respondent.
You're the culprit, ma'am.
Lordship, if I may be granted some time to file my counter, Lordship, since I was implemented just in the month of March, Lordship. So I have recently filed my Vakalatnama. So if I may be granted some time, Lordship. Just 3 weeks, Lordship.
Or else I think there is no need to keep this petition.
Lordship, exactly.
Because I think all your prayers have become in practice,
Lordship. Prayers is
except for that
subjected-
direction in prayer C.
Lordship.
Okay, since they have been recently impleted, let us give them. You are for the newly impleted respondent, ma'am?
Respondent number 6, Your Lordship.
6. Mr. M. Solo, Lordship. The learned counsel for the petitioner. And Mr. N. Angami, the learned senior government advocate for the state respondents. Stop. Also heard MS Lucino, the learned counsel for the respondent number 6. Stop. Miss Lucino. The learned counsel for the respondent number 6 submits that since the respondent number 6 has been recently impleted, she may be allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit on behalf of the state respondent. Stop. Mr. N. Angami, the learned senior government advocate, shall also file the affidavit as ordered by this court on 29/9/2022. You had brought me to this order, so I'm giving you this listed after 3 weeks.
Lordship. Much pleasure.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes,
Your Lordship, I'm mentioning on behalf of the counsel for the petitioner. If 3 weeks' time may be given.
for,
Your Lordship, the counsel has been recently engaged. So next time.
who is the counsel who is recently engaged?
Cynthia Younger, Your Lordship.
My associate, Mr. Sandiano, was entrusted by me. So she's mentioning on his speed.
You were taking up the case before MT? You were taking up the case before Santi Younger?
No. The case is still with me, but I entrusted Sandiano.
Oh, you were out.
No, I'm still in, but I entrusted Sandiano. So last time I prayed to your lordship that to include his name along with my name.
So Santi Younger's name is included now?
No,
No,
that is.
this is
that
item,
is the.
item 10.
Then.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay. So, Mr. Santi Younger will be leading the case
Malo.
or for the petitioner,
Malo.
for the petitioner. Stop. It is submitted that Mr. Santi Younger, the learned counsel, will be leading the case for and on behalf of the petitioner. Stop. The name of Mr. Santi Younger, the learned counsel, shall be reflected in the cause list. Listed after,
3 weeks. Your Lordship.
listed after
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Much obliged.
Your Lordship, the item number 16, which I've mentioned earlier, there is an interim as
Item 16,
6, Your Lordship.
item 6,
Yes, Your Lordship.
item 6, ma'am, item 6.
Much obliged, Your
The
Lordship.
interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date. Okay. Item 11 to 30. Yes,
My
where is the
Lordship,
council?
I'm mentioning on behalf of Petitioner Chief she's engaged before court number 2.
Okay, we'll wait for her. Who is for the petitioner?
I think 11 and 12.
11 and 12.
Lordship,
11 and 12. W.R. Muli,
Yes, Lord.
Rainbow.
Yes, Lord.
What is your case?
Lordship, this is pertaining to elections of village council members.
Yes.
Lordship, I have a small prayer here.
What is that?
Lordship, there's some confusion that this matter is listed tomorrow as well. However, I'm praying for a short day today. Honestly, I am not fully prepared the case, so a short day maybe. I've taken the consent of the responding council.
Can it be on Monday, next Monday?
Tuesday, will it be okay, Lordship?
Tuesday,
Yes,
okay.
Lordship. That is on 23rd, Lordship.
You are the counsel for the petitioner?
Petitioner, Lordship.
Yes, Mr. L. Iralu.
For the private respondents.
Yes, and what is your case?
This is constitution of village council.
Constitution of Village
Village
Council.
council. Yes.
What was the defect there?
The selection made by the village members, which was sent forwarded to the government for approval, happened some members selected were dropped and replaced by those persons who were not selected.
And the government has appointed some persons who were not selected.
Lordship.
And Mr. Iralu, you are for those persons who were not selected. Okay, okay.
Actually, this matter is also listed for in tomorrow's cost list. Maybe some inadvertent error has been committed while preparing the cost list.
By mistake, probably.
So if your lordship is not inclined on hearing the matter tomorrow, then it may be posted for Tuesday.
Tuesday. Mr. W.R. Mule, the learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that he has some difficulties today, and therefore the matter may be listed on, what is Tuesday?
23rd.
On 23, 5/20/23. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Obliged, Lordship.
Yes. No, what is?
There's a mixed up in the case.
I am finding something is wrong. So from 13. So. Okay, you call up, it's all right. You in the meantime, you try to get this record. Okay. You got it? Okay.
May I please, Lordship?
You please trace the report. Yes,
May I please, Lordship?
yes.
We are for respondent number 5.
Okay, who is for the petitioner?
Your Lordship,
What is your case?
Lordship, here we're challenging the order passed by the Lok Ayukta.
Pardon?
We're challenging the order passed by the Lok Ayukta.
You're for the Lok Ayukta? Anybody for the Lok
Yes,
Ayukta?
yes.
Oh, very good, very good. At last you are here.
Lordship, we have been newly engaged.
Oh, yes,
we have
yes,
duly
yes.
filed over Wakalatnama as well.
You are now the standing counsel.
No,
You are engaged case on
Engaged
case
counsel.
basis,
yes,
on case basis.
yes.
Okay, very good, very good.
And Lordship, our leading counsel's name, DB Jamir, is not reflected into cost list. So Lordship may kindly direct to register with necessary
Okay.
changes.
Lordship, I'm for the state. The state has already filed its counter affidavit matter.
Okay. So all these analogous cases,
Yes, madam. Yes.
what is the matter about, ma'am?
Lordship, here, the Lok Ayukta cancelled the allotment orders.
Let us hear you clearly, please. You remove your mask. Let us hear you clearly. Yes, keep the mic. I can hear you.
Yes, Lordship.
Yes.
So here we're challenging the order passed by the Lok Ayukta and order dated 19/12/2019. Next year, 12, page
What
10.
was the order passed by Lok Ayukta? What was the order? Kindly tell this court in gist.
They have.
Madam, are you being led by somebody?
Yes,
Are you
Lordship.
being led by somebody?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay. Who is your leading counsel?
Sir Interim. Longjam.
Imti Longjam. Okay.
Lordship, if I may,
Yes, yes.
If I may, the matter is about the cancellation of condemnation order.
Cancellation of?
Cancellation of condemnation order of government quarters passed by the concerned department. And the Lokaयुक्त passed an order directing the concerned department to verify building which has not yet been dismantled and then cancel those condemnation order which has already been issued by the concerned department. And based on that order, the office of the chief engineer, they passed an order canceling all the condemnation and write-off which was issued by the concerned department to the petitioners.
That means it pertains to building which were written off and condemned.
Yes.
Yes, so have you filed your affidavit? Have you filed your
The
affidavit?
lordship, we have newly engaged. so
Okay.
4 weeks time may be granted to file the affidavit in position.
Who has been newly engaged? Mr. TB Jamil?
Yes.
Mr. So-and-so? Eleventh Council submits that Mr. TB Jamil has been newly engaged by the respondent number 5 to represent the case. And therefore 6-4, 3 weeks time.
4 weeks.
Therefore 6-4, 3 weeks time, 3 weeks time to file the affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after
And
3 weeks. Stop. The name of Mr. TB Jamir, the engaged counsel for the respondent number 5 shall be reflected in the daily course list. Okay.
Please, Your Lordship, I'm mentioning on behalf of additional AG in terms of the state is here to receive instruction. So Lordship will kindly grant 2 weeks time to obtain instruction.
Lordship, if this may be the last chance, Lordship.
What
Lordship,
is
there
the
have been
case, ma'am?
Lordship, this pertains to acquisition of land, Lordship. NH 29, package 1, Kohima to Jaisalmer Road, Lordship, 2-lane road. So, Lordship, this notice was issued on 24th September 2021, Lordship. So
This is for
since then,
damage compensation, for damage compensation.
Lordship, to acquire the land as per the procedure prescribed by law, Lordship. So, Lordship, now NHIDCL has already filed, and even the private respondent they have filed. It's only the state left now, and they have been seeking time since the time the notice was issued, Lordship.
Let us wait for additional AG. Okay, yes, revised list.
My lord, I received affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents today. It appears that it was filed on 8/5. And my learned friend for the accountant general,
No, your lordship, in fact, your lordship, I am not in this matter. I am appearing on behalf of Inauli, your lordship.
As far as the AG is concerned, lordship, this pertains to pension. So unless the state declare the pension lordship, I have nothing to say as such.
Here you have served for 14 years.
my lord.
Let us actually, I think it's high time that we should settle this issue once and for all. Pension.
Yes, my lord, your lordship is very clear. The rule is very clear that 10 years. Somebody may.
What is your nature of service here?
It's
Regular.
police, yes,
No, police, but regular.
regular.
Mr. Anangami,
Lordship, lordship,
I think here he has a better case.
lordship. If it is regular, your lordship.
He is a regular employee and he has served for 14 years plus. So the qualifying years of service is 10 years.
Lordship, lordship, lordship.
Oh, why do you let these people come to the court?
Correct, correct,
This
correct, my lord.
police who has actually served the state force. I think
Lordship.
you should actually show some leniency.
Even the your lordship, for regular cases, cadet, your lordship, the mandatory period of 10 years also may not be required. Because under the CCS pension law,
Correct, correct.
10 years service is only for those temporary employees
Correct,
who have been in continuous service for the past 10 years.
correct.
So if the petitioner is a regular employee, that means yes.
So MT, you catch all of him, huh? In the last case also, see his submission.
He should replace the other policy.
My lord, my learned submission is very fair. That is what I agree.
So what is your affidavit? What is your affidavit? What does your affidavit
No,
say?
your lordship, actually, I'm not in this matter. It is like, yeah.
My learned
Inahuli is the
friend
one,
in Naholi.
yes, your lordship.
My lord.
So what does Inaholi says?
They are saying,
You are not eligible for pension, that's what they say.
because rule 26, when it is resignation, somebody forfeits the past service. That is the rule.
Did you
But-
resign?
I
Did you
took
resign?
discharge.
Discharge.
Yes, from the, with due permission from the competent authority. So it is not a question of resignation.
You took discharge.
Yes.
Now explain the difference between discharge and resignation.
My lord, you take proper with due permission, you take discharge. Somebody may just abandon in that case, the service gets forfeit. That's the difference. So rule 49(2) in rule 2, Government of India's order. What qualifies is 10 years.
No,
So
10
that
years,
is-
that is okay, that is okay.
Yes,
But you actually discharge yourself from service.
yes.
Let us see how you were discharged. Let us see the government's order.
My lord,
Which is the page
43, my lord.
43. Discharge certificate, certified as so and so has been discharged from the forenoon.
My application for discharge is type copy, page 42.
Discharge,
through the competent authority issued page 43.
And what does the law says about the entitlement of pension to a person who is discharged from service? Resignation entails forfeiture of service. Discharge,
My lord,
discharge,
discharge, the only question will be whether if I am completed 10 years, if it is less than 10 years, the person will get only gratuity. But if he have completed 10 years, he'll get pension also. Gratuity in full.
under which provision of law?
That is rule 49. Amount of pension in case of a government servant retiring in accordance with the provision of these rules before completing service of 10 years, the amount of service gratuity shall be calculated at the rate of half month's emolument for every completed 6 months period of gratuities qualifying service. So,
No, it talks about retirement. Here is a case where you are discharged.
my lord, rule 5 says regulation of claims to pension or family pension. Any claim to pension or family pension shall be regulated by the provision of these rules in force at the time when the government servant retires or is retired or is discharged.
Or is,
Discharged,
which provision?
rule 5,
Okay. Of the CCS pension rules.
yes,
Rule 5.
or
Just wait.
5
Yes,
clause 1.
regulation of family pension. Any claim to pension or family pension shall be regulated by the provision of this rule in force at the time when the government servant retires or is retired or is discharged or is allowed to resign from service or dies, as the case may be.
Yes, my lord, even take the worst view of the matter that somebody is discharged. Not an application, but for this or that reason.
So which provision regulates discharge?
Discharge rule 5. It regulates retires or retired or is discharged or is allowed to resign.
See, clause 2 also. Clause 2 also. The day on which a government servant retires or is retired or is discharged
My lord,
or is allowed to resign from service, as the case may be, shall be treated as his last working day.
my lord. So
So when can Inauli come?
Next week, Lordship, any date?
Okay, the leading counsel, she is not here.
it is a same time, my lord, I may be allowed to file a short reply for your lordship assistance,
Okay,
incorporating all this.
okay. When can you file the reply, MT? When can you file the reply?
Within a week,
Within a week.
my lord.
Okay. Mr. MT Longcha, the learned counsel for the petitioner, seeks for a week's time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents, listed after a week.
Much
Okay.
obliged.
Lordship, I've received the affidavit of the state respondent, Lordship. I'm for the petitioner, Lordship. So if I may be allowed 2 weeks time to file affidavit in reply, if so advised, Lordship.
Since when have you been making this prayer?
Lordship,
Mr. Interim? Since when have you been making this prayer?
Lordship, I have intimated to the petitioner's Lordship. Last chance, 2 weeks time ago. Lordship.
Mr. N. Muzri, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he may be allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents,
State respondent, Lordship.
filed by the state respondents.
Lordship.
Prayer is allowed, listed up to 3 weeks.
Lordship, interim to continue, Lordship.
Okay. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next date of listing.
Lordship, Lordship.
May I please, my lord?
Yes.
Lordship, in this matter, the pleadings are completed.
Okay.
However, Lordship, with sincere apology, Lordship, I'm not ready with the matter today. If it can be listed somewhere next week, my lord.
Monday. Monday. Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, I have many cases listed, so
On Thursday, Lordship. Next Thursday.
Thursday, no. Let us take it on 29th. 29 is a Monday.
No. Yes, Lordship.
Yes. The learned counsel for the parties submits that pleadings are completed and therefore the matter can be taken up for admission hearing. Listed on 29/5/2023 for
Yes.
admission hearing
That's a fixed item, Lordship.
as a fixed item.
Deeply obliged.
Obliged, Lordship.
Mr. Lordship, Your Lordship, all the pleadings have been completed here.
All the pleadings.
Yes, Your Lordship, if it may be listed for admission hearing after 3 weeks, Your Lordship.
Okay. Okay,
Lordship, yes.
Ms. Pichano. Okay, it is submitted by the learned counsel for the parties that pleadings are completed and therefore the matter can be taken up for admission hearing. List for admission hearing after 3 weeks.
Lordship.
Much obliged.
Obliged.
Yes.
Your Lordship, I pray that this matter may be fixed after 2 weeks to file affidavit in reply.
Okay, you're for the petitioner?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Madam, may I file your affidavit?
Lordship.
Okay. Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner seeks for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Obliged, Lordship.
Please, Lordship,
Yes.
I'm allowed 2 weeks time to file my affidavit, Lordship.
Okay, man. Mr. V. Jamomi, the learned government advocate, is allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Yes, Esther.
May I please, your lordship, lordship here, the IA 57 is for amendment of,
IA?
yes, your
IA?
lordship. IA 57,
IA 57, okay.
yes, this is for amendment of the cause title and substitute the name of respondent number 7 in the petition, who is the president of Western Sumi Kukami Hoho, lordship.
To implead,
Yes, your lordship.
to implead.
Because the earlier incumbent has, the tenure expired, your lordship. Now what has happened is that the respondent number 8 in the petition filed objection to it, stating that the issue regarding the, who will be the president is before the pending before the pending before district court, civil court,
Oh.
civil suit. Now, on the last occasion, your lordship, the parties were directed to give us the status regarding the status of the case, your lordship. Now, this morning, the counsel for the respondent just furnished me a copy of the order, lordship, civil appeal number 4 of 2022.
It's disposed.
Yes, your lordship, here.
What is the operative portion?
Last page, your lordship. Last page, lordship. I may be allowed to read, lordship.
Yes.
Accordingly, in view of the aforesaid, the instant appeal stands allowed, and the impugned order dated such and such, passed by such and such, arising out of such and such is hereby state. The corollary is that the appellants, namely Shri Pushito IMA and others, are to hold the office of the president, vice president, and the general secretary of Western during the pendency of the suit. So, your lordship, the IA can be allowed, your lordship. So in view of this order, the IA can be allowed.
Okay, Prosecco.
Lordship.
Okay.
Yes, Lord.
What is let us see, what is your IA, Ms. Esther?
IA,
An application praying for leave of the court to amend the course title.
yes, your lordship.
And substitute the name of the president.
Earlier, it was one Mr. Vihoto Yatumi. Now it's Pushito IMA, your lordship.
Previously, it was.
One Mr. Vihoto Yatumi. Tenure expired, your lordship. Respond number 7, your lordship. Even in the IA, the respond number 7. Your lordship.
Vihuto.
Yeah, earlier it was Vihoto. Now his tenure is expired. Now it is one Mr. Pushito IMA, your lordship.
So the present application is for
Yes, Pushito IMA.
substituting.
Yes, your lordship, the name. Paragraph 4 of my IA, lordship.
Where is that, where is that non-read petition? Non-read petition is 234.
Yes, your lordship. Respondent number 7.
You want this Vihuto to be substituted by Pushito.
IME, yes, your lordship.
Pushito Ayami.
Amendment of the course title as.
Okay.
Yes, your lordship.
Yes, government. Any say?
No, your lordship.
Miss Esther, the learned counsel for the applicant. And Miss Lucy Nse, the learned government advocate, the learned senior government advocate for the respondent number 1 to 6, okay? Okay. Okay,
Yes, your lordship.
you're for 7 and 8.
For 8, your lordship.
Number 8.
Who is for 7?
No one is appearing for 7, your lordship.
Okay, okay. Also heard Mr. Fuseko, the learned counsel for the opposite party number 8. This application has been filed. To amend the course title and substitute the name of
Mr. Vihuto Yeptomi.
Mr. Vihuto Yeptomi by Mr. Pushito Kiba.
Pushito IME.
Pushito,
Ayami.
here you have written Kiba.
Respondent number 7, your lordship. 8 is the private respondent, your lordship.
Pushito Kiba.
Pushito Kiba is the private respondent, your lordship.
No, you want to substitute Vihuto Yeptomi by Pushito Kiba.
Pushito IME. Surnames are different, your lordship. These are two different persons, your lordship.
By Pushito Ayami
IME, your lordship.
the president of the Western Simikakami,
Mhm.
who is implemented as the respondent number 7 in the connected writ petition. The learned state council, as well as the learned council for the respondent number 8, has no objection to the amendment and the substitution. Stop. In the view of the matter, Mr. Pushito Ayami is hereby allowed to substitute Mr. Vihuto Yeptomi as the president, Western Kakami Hoho, as the president, Western Kakami Hoho. Who is the respondent number 7 in the writ petition? The application stands allowed. In the main writ petition, in view of the order passed in IA 57/2022, the learned council shall amend the course title and substitute and implead and not substitute, allowed to allowed to amend the cause title and implead Pushito IME in place of Vihuto Yeptomi as the president of the Western Kagami Hoho.
Western Sumi Kakami.
Western Simi Kagami Hoho. Any date? Any date listed after?
Lordship, 2 weeks, Your Lordship. And
Listed
upon substitution, we may be allowed to serve notice, Your Lordship.
You substitute first. We
Lordship.
will allow them.
May I please, Lordship, no objection, but as the order passed, judgment passed in the appeal.
No,
In fact, I filed my objection, but by this order, by this judgment. So Lordship, can you say that in view of the judgment passed by the civil court in the civil appeal 4 of 2020, this in the order? Because in the first instance, I have had my objection, but by this order,
Okay, in the
In view of the order
IA,
passed.
in the IA, this order is passed. Also taking into consideration the order dated. The order dated
16/5/2023.
16/5/2023, passed by the learned principal district and session judge, Dimapur. Okay,
Much obliged.
Like,
just allow me 2 minutes time. Lordship.
May I please, the Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I'm allowed 2 weeks time to file our affidavit, Lordship.
To the IA.
No, Lordship, to the main petition, Lordship. IA is to stay the ongoing,
IAS?
ongoing work, Lordship.
IA is?
Lordship, by order, IA is for execution of work, to stay the execution of,
To stay the execution of work.
Lordship, by order dated 23/1/2023. This honorable court has directed the respondents to file compliance report after verification, Lordship. So the verification has been conducted, Lordship, on 9th March 2023. And the state government has been seeking time for filing the affidavit for compliance, Lordship.
Let me just see your IA. What is your IA? Taking direction to stay the execution of the work. Okay, this was not allowed.
Lordship,
Correct,
this was
and,
to be determined
And the
only
state
after,
was
yes,
given time to verify
yes,
and
Lordship.
to submit report.
Lordship.
You have verified.
Lordship, verification was
You
done.
submit your report.
It's only the report, Lordship.
Yes,
So
in
we have sent
in the form of an affidavit.
Lordship. We have sent it for vetting, Lordship, and
You
we are
sent
waiting
for-
for that
Okay.
signature.
Okay, give them some time. Since it is sent for waiting, okay.
Yes, Lordship.
Mr. V. Jimomi, the learned government advocate, submits that. The affidavit has been prepared and sent for waiting for the signature and sent for waiting of the department, the officials of the department. And therefore 6 for
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks. Any date?
No,
Any
Lordship.
date?
Obliged, Lordship.
Listed up to 2 weeks, okay.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of my senior, Tombo Pangminer. Your
Yes.
Lordship, kindly grant us 3 weeks' time to file our affidavit in reply to the affidavit in the position filed by the state respondent.
Okay, MS so the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 2 weeks time.
3 weeks' time. Your
3
Lordship.
weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
Okay.
May I please, your Lordship?
Yes.
I'm appearing on behalf of my senior Jamir counsel for the petitioner.
Okay.
Lordship, we have already received the affidavit in opposition filed by the government.
Okay.
Kindly allow us 2 weeks time to file our reply.
Okay. Who is for the respondent number 4?
Lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of all the respondents, Lordship.
Okay, Deputy Commissioner. Okay. Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 3 weeks time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
Maybe it's Lordship.
Yes, please.
Lordship, I see apology for not being able to file the affidavit today. I have prepared the affidavit and for the
You are
respondent,
for Rainbow, you are for
the respondent,
the respondents, for all the respondents?
for all the respondents. Lordship, I have already sent the affidavit for pending the signature and waiting. And I have sent a reminder today also. And I have taken the consent of the petitioner counsel. So
Okay.
can you allow me 2 weeks time to
Okay,
file my affidavit, Lordship?
so you have sent your draft affidavit for.
Lordship, since last part of March.
Okay.
So I've sent a reminder today also through the representative. Lordship.
Mr. Rainbow, the learned CGC, and who is for the petitioner? Who is for the petitioner?
Lordship, I am sorry that I don't remember his name, but this morning I've taken the consent.
None appears for the petitioner. Mr. Rainbow, 6 for 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the respondents.
Lordship.
Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
May I please, my lord?
Yes,
Lordship, I'm making a mention on behalf of my colleague, Inaholi.
yes.
I'm told that she is appearing for respondent number 1, 2, and 3, Your Lordship.
1, 2, and 3 years.
And she's yet to receive instruction and your lordship.
Lordship, here I'm appearing on behalf of SMJ, your lordship, for the petitioner.
For Accountant General, was Mr. Joshua. I am Mr. Muzui. Mr. Muzui is the standing counsel.
Yes, your lordship. In fact, Joshua also is a standing counsel, your lordship.
So what is your prayer, Mr. Yanangami?
Lordship, if 3 weeks' time can be granted, your lordship.
The learned government advocate is allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Listed accordingly.
Much.
Deeply obliged, ma'am.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes,
Lordship, I pray that kindly grant me 1 week time to file my affidavit, lordship.
affidavit in opposition.
Lordship.
Yes,
No objection, Lordship.
1 week's time.
Lordship.
Are you sure?
Lordship.
Okay, just to be on the safer side, we'll give you 2 weeks' time. MS Supungchang, the learned government advocate, 6 for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Obliged, lordship.
Yes, ma'am, what is
Ma'am.
your case?
May I please, lordship? Lordship, here the state is yet to file counter, lordship. 3 weeks' time may be given, lordship.
Yes,
Lordship, in the meantime, interim order dated 6/12/2022 may be continued till further orders.
what is your case, ma'am?
My case is that, Lordship, the respondents advertised staff nurse post and we were recruited.
You
Then,
were recruited.
yes, on regular basis. Advertisement was made on regular basis and we were recruited. Now, after joining service, again, they want to let NPSC advertise it again.
Whether actually during your time it was advertised,
Yes, yes,
it
Lordship.
was advertised.
It was advertised.
By whom?
By the Health and Family Welfare Department.
And
During COVID time where people left.
whether this is a post falling within the purview of NPSC or outside.
Lordship, by now, it will fall under the NPSC.
Okay. Okay. Mr. B. Jimomi, the learned government advocate, is allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Stop. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next day of listing.
Till further orders, Lordship.
Till the next day of listing, let's see.
Lordship.
What happens.
My blessed lordship,
Yes.
lordship, I need to receive my instructions. Lordship, may kindly grant 3 weeks time to obtain instruction.
Ma'am, you're for the petitioner,
Please.
MS Pichano, the learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
I oblige.
May I please, my lord?
Yes,
My lord, the matter has been listed to consider interim consideration, lordship.
interim, what is your interim?
This stay of the impugned letter, lordship, not to issue appointment letter to the respondent number 4 on the basis of the administrative approval, lordship.
Who are the respondents? Livy, you are for?
Your lordship, here I'm appearing on behalf of AIME. I'm told that she's appearing for 1, 2, and 3, your lordship.
1, 2, and 3, and
Your lordship, she's instructed me that she has not received any instruction as to regard to the interim, your lordship.
respondent number,
1, 2, and
1, 2, and 3, lordship.
and who is for?
4 is the private respondent. Lord.
And have you served notice?
Yes, lordship.
What happens to respondent number 4 if your interim is considered?
Lordship,
till the next reasonable date.
No, what happens to this? He is the appointee. Four is the appointee.
No, Lordship, appointment order has not yet been issued. She has been approved by way of an administrative approval for appointment as Jogitar, Lordship.
Okay, so appointment order has not been issued.
Not yet been issued, but directed to issue, Lordship, through the administrative approval, Lordship. Lordship, the case is
Then
that,
what's your case?
Lordship, the case in simple is that I applied for the post of Jogitar at Sidempikuri Farm at Duensang Village, Lordship, under the establishment of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Lordship, as per the OM. Lordship, my
As per what OM?
as per the notification 5th March 2018, as well as Office Memorandum 16 August 2018, to be appointed on land ownership, considered to be appointed on land ownership basis, Lordship. My application was, I put up my application in 2020. It was accordingly forwarded by the district, from the district level and the district level to the directorate, and the director, after ascertaining my application, sent proposal for approval, which is at Annexure E, Lordship, page 23, wherein 4 names were recommended, Lordship, and I was the only landowner. But out of nowhere, the respondent number 4, who was not even in the zone for consideration, she was not in the list itself. She was considered for appointment, Lordship. Administrative approval was issued, Lordship, to her, Lordship. So that's why I'm aggrieved, Lordship. No process of whatsoever was followed in approving her appointment, Lordship. And she's also not a landowner, Lordship.
Is your petition not premature?
Lordship,
Government has not formally issued any order.
yes, that I admit, Lordship, but then the course of action, Lordship, by the approval itself is the course of action, because, Lordship, her name was not even in the list of recommendation by the director to the government, Lordship, if I may.
So
Take my note.
we may never know whether she'll be appointed or not, because the government is yet to formally issue the order.
Yes, Lordship, that I agree, Lordship. But the petitioner has a case here, Lordship.
You may have a case,
Yes,
but
Lordship.
when the other side has not been appointed.
Lordship.
Okay, let us, have you issued notice to the respondent number?
Yes, Lordship.
Where is respondent number one?
Not yet, they have not yet entered appearance, Lordship. This is the only 3rd time, Lordship.
When have you sent? The respondent number 3 is done in post rectification. Return service is awaited.
Lordship, if appointment order is issued, then there will be complications again, Lordship. So at this point, Lordship, if the administrative approval can be stayed, Lordship, against the vacancy post, Lordship, we have applied in a vacancy post, Lordship.
Yes, Mr. CT. Come, please come, assist the court. Administrative approval granted. No formal appointment order, whether the petition is premature or not. You can kindly guide this court.
Honestly speaking, Lordship, so far as the government is concerned, they have already taken a decision
Okay,
who should be appointed.
okay,
So since the government has already taken a decision,
okay,
I feel that the course of action is already arisen.
okay, okay,
A decision has already been taken.
okay.
Now suppose if at this stage, no course of action, next stage will be government directorate will issue appointment order.
Okay, okay.
Then
So your view is that since the government has already issued the approval order, the course of action has arisen?
yes, a decision has already been taken. Who should be appointed?
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Obliged.
Yes, when is Miss Ayemi coming?
Your Lordship, since she's not feeling well, so Your Lordship,
Listed tomorrow.
Your Lordship, next week, Monday, and let the interim be heard, Your Lordship. I can apprise her because she's not feeling well. So on Monday, Your Lordship, an interim can also be heard on that day. Since I'm not well conversant with the case, so.
Where is that,
Impugn letter, Lordship,
yes, that administrative approval,
page 26, annexure F, Lordship.
page,
Page 26, Lordship. Annexure F. Serial number 4, Lordship.
MS Livika submits that MS AIME, the learned government advocate handling the case, is indisposed and therefore seeks adjournment of the case for a week. Listed on '29. What is today? Today
It is 18.
listed on, sorry, listed on 22. Listed on 22. 5/20/23 for hearing on the interim. In the meantime, it is directed that to whom direction should be given?
The Director, Lordship, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Lordship.
Director, in the meantime, it is directed that the respondent number 3, that is the Director, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, Nagaland, Kohima,
Veterinary Services, Lordship.
Veterinary Service, Kohima, shall not give effect to the later dated 6/3/2023 insofar as the shall not give effect to the later dated 2023.
Serial number 4, Lordship.
Who is correct? Formally appointing the person at serial number
4, Lordship.
4. Listed accordingly.
Much obliged.
Much applied, Lordship.
Yes, Mr. MT.
Your Lordship,
Here is a case where actually the government has taken over the land by actually giving a condition that no payment will be made for land compensation.
Yes.
So what do we do in such case? Because in Nagaland, when you acquire land,
yes.
obviously you have to pay compensation.
Your Lordship, here, the thing is, it is that the project is undertaken by the NHIDCL. So as and when the acquisition is required, so NHIDCL has to approach the state. Then state can invoke the relevant law in order to meet their developmental activities. That is the way. But Your Lordship, here, I am yet to file my affidavit of opposition. So last chance may be given, and I'll take the personal initiative so as to enable me to file.
Who has given you that ultimatum that if land is not given free of course, there will be no development in your village? Who has given you that ultimatum?
Lordship, land has to be acquired as per the law, Lordship.
The additional AG has correctly said land has to be acquired.
Yes, Lordship. However, Lordship, we are also aggrieved by the Lordship, if I can take Lordship to the annexure D of my petition,
What is
Lordship,
that?
page 66. Is the meeting minutes held in the conference hall of Chief Secretary, Lordship. So this order was passed by the Chief Secretary.
Then what
And so
does,
Lordship, here in serial number 3, he has said that no land compensation will be paid. Only damage to property compensation will be paid. So we are also aggrieved by this. And the NHIDCL is also relying on this letter, Lordship.
See, this thing, because actually the state government has taken a decision that like only compensation only for damages will be paid, but no land compensation as such will be paid to the landowners. So like now the NHIDCL is banking on that. Saying that no land.
Lordship, the state has to.
So you kindly take up the matter with the state because
Definitely. Now that is accepted in the case.
our people, especially the people from Nagaland, should not be deprived
Exactly.
of land compensation in view of Article 371.
Yes, Lordship.
You know it. So if the government says that your land will be taken over, but no compensation will be paid, I think that is not fair. In my view, I think that's not. So you take up the matter with the government, because if any land is to be acquired for any development purposes, the land must be acquired, but on condition that you pay something to the landowners by way of compensation. So you file your affidavit, because I think here the state will have to make it.
Yes,
stand.
Lordship, exactly.
Okay, we'll give you 3 weeks time. You file your affidavit. Mr. Yes, what is your
Lordship,
case?
I'm for the respondent number 7.
Okay.
I filed my affidavit in opposition and I have a short prayer.
What is your prayer?
I pray that my name may be dropped from the writ petition because
Why?
I'm not the necessary party.
That we will consider later on. Mr. Im Sung, the learned additional advocate general, Nagaland. 6/4, 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state government. Prayer is allowed.
Lordship, if this can be the last chance, if that can be reflected in the order, Lordship, because
Prayer is allowed.
several occasions there have
List it
been-
accordingly. Let's give the state some chance. They will definitely, Mr. MP is very serious. He will do it. List it up to 2 weeks.
Okay.
But please, Your Lordship,
Yeah.
kindly list this matter after 2 weeks.
Why?
As my senior has some personal difficulties.
Who is your senior?
Likashe Sankam.
Likase. Okay. Miss Lucy,
Yes, Your Lordship.
agreed.
Yes.
Mr. So-and-so submits that Mr. L. Likase, the learned counsel for the petitioner, is in some difficulties and therefore seeks adjournment of the case for 2 weeks. Prayer is allowed, listed up to 2 weeks. Okay. Yes,
May it please your lordship,
yes.
the last occasion,
Yes, correct. Yes.
yes, your lordship.
What is to be done here? You
Lordship.
were advising something?
Lordship, here, as per section 108 of the Repression of People's Act, your lordship. Only after completion of section 108, 109, 110.
Let us see RPM.
Yes, your lordship.
Ma'am, section?
Section 108. Starts from section 108, your lordship.
Section 108.
Yes, it starts from. One zero nine, your lordship.
Section, let us, 10, you're saying 108,
Yes, but.
withdrawal and abatement of election petition. Okay. So,
Your lordship, here, 109 and 1010. It speaks about withdrawal of the election
Yeah.
petition, and then 110, it's the procedure, lordship. Only after completion, lordship, the role of the ECI comes to play, which is in section 111, lordship.
report of withdrawal by the High Court to the Election Commission.
Yes, lordship. So, your lordship, here, on perusal of the procedure, that is section 110. Number 3, lordship, number 3, clause 3, lordship, my apologies. Clause 3, it says, if the application is granted, if the application is admitted, the petitioner shall be ordered to pay the cost. That is number A. Number B, your lordship, Number B, clause B, the High Court shall direct that the notice of withdrawal shall be published in the official gazette and in such other manner as it may be specified. So it says that it can be published in the newspaper also, Lordship. It may be specified, and thereupon the notice shall be published accordingly.
But the word and is there, na? And so they'll be published in the official gazette and in such other manner.
Yes, it may. So, Your Lordship, here, this honorable court can direct to publish in the official gazette as well as in the newspaper, in local dailies also, Lordship.
Who is to bear this cost? If suppose publication is done through paper, who is to bear this cost?
Lordship, here, A, it says about the cost.
The petitioner shall order to pay the cost. Who is the petitioner?
Lordship.
Mr. Pusako,
Lordship.
you were supposed to pay the cost now.
Lordship, Lordship, Lordship here, section 10, clause 3, clause B.
B. The High Court-
Clause 3 first.
Yes.
If the application is granted, if the
Yes.
application is granted, the High Court shall direct that the notice of withdrawal shall be published in the official gazette and in such other manner if as it may specify, and therefore notice shall be published accordingly. So Lordship, what I understand is from the clause 3, if the application is granted, so only after the application is granted, publication will be made.
So what is
in
the
official-
application for withdrawal?
For withdrawal, Lordship.
And where is that
That,
application for withdrawal?
Let us see, IA 5.
IA 5.
Lordship.
Yes, Mr. CT. You make some submission. This election petition is a new thing for, I think for me.
Lordship,
Yes.
the term of election is also over. So the application happens to be filed in such a time when the notification was about to be issued, and during the pendency of the application, the notification has already been issued for conduct of the election.
Correct.
So as per the notification, election has also been conducted, and it is the life of the previous term has already been lapsed.
Yes.
So automatically the election petition should be closed. But since there are provisions under the Representations of People's Act, then some certain formalities are required to be followed. They have filed the application under section 109 of the RP Act, which says that an election petition can be withdrawn only with the leave of the court. So the discretion is this honorable court, whether to grant or not to grant. And then with regard to the publication in the official gazette, if an application is filed, then all the parties should be made known about the filing of the application. And so far as the present case is concerned, there is only one petitioner. Section 110 is talking about if there are more than one,
Correct.
then that this implication will come. But we are concerned with 109, where there is only one petitioner and there are two respondents. I'm the respondent number 1 and the respondent number 2. In spite of the completion of the notice, he preferred not to contest the case. Therefore, the
Who
order
is
has,
number 2?
one Dari Ziliang, who was one of the defeated candidates.
Okay.
Now, he has preferred not to contest the case. So the object of section 109 is to make the parties aware about the filing of the withdrawal. Because Lordship may appreciate in certain situations during the lifetime of the term, when election petitions are filed, elected person is the respondent, and the person who has filed the election petition will be obviously a person who is a defeated candidate. Due to one or the other reason, some arrangement has been met, and then the election petitions are compelled to be withdrawn during the lifetime of the term of the assembly. So in order to overcome all these situations, these provisions are there. But then now that keeping in view of the expiry of the term of the assembly, a new assembly has also come. So there can be no difficulty for passing any order, allowing the petitioner to close.
Okay, so this application will be actually considered under 109 RP Act.
Yes, and then
109.
under 101(11), then the direction may be issued by the Honorable Court to the Election Commission to publish it with regard to the order passed by the Honorable Court withdrawing the election petition. These are the implications up to the withdrawal, up to the order is passed by the Honorable.
Ms. Santilla has submitted that it is for the High Court to publish the withdrawal in the
No,
official
High
gazette.
Court will issue direction to the Election Commission. It is their duty to direct. High Court, clause B,
Only
110,
after withdrawal. Yes. Only after withdrawal.
up to the withdrawal. Clause 3, section 110. If the application is granted,
If the withdrawal is allowed.
then in such a situation, clause B, the High Court shall direct that the notice of withdrawal shall be published in the official gazette. So this Honorable Court has to direct the Election Commission about the withdrawal of the case up to the order is passed by this Honorable Court. Of course, I will not forget the clause A also. Because it is not me who has approached this Honorable Court, but it is the petitioner who has tracked me to the court. And Lordship is well aware what will be the course of contesting an election petition for the parties also. Because evidence has already been lit. We had to call all the witnesses.
So who are the respondents now?
I am the respondent number one.
One and
The other is one, that is Zillian.
Other can.
He has opted not to contest the case.
Madam, you are for?
She is for the election commission.
I'm for the election commission.
You are not the party.
No, your lordship.
But thank you for being here to assist this court. Where is the petition? Where is that petition? Let me just have a look. Any order stating that this petition shall proceed without the respondent number two? Any order passed?
Lordship, yes,
Let
Lordship.
us, let us. see that.
Lordship, that order.
Lordship, if I may, there is another one IA pending, Lordship, pending
that-
disposal. Yes,
That is
Lordship.
for?
That is for on 163K. We have filed this one IA on 2018 for a direction to allow the EVM and VVPAT, your lordship, to be taken out from the strong room. But however, by order dated 7/5/2019, this honorable court kept the IA in abeyance till disposal of this case.
Okay, okay.
Lordship, here, what happened is.
Let us go one by one.
Yes,
Okay.
Lordship.
Let me see that order where respondent number 2 has been dispensed.
On 17/8/2017.
17/8.
Yes, 2018, there was some order with regard to the.
17/8/2017.
18.
17/8/2000.
There, some mention has been made about the notice is in transit. Respect of respondent number.
17/8/2018.
Some mention has been made about the notice and respondent number 2.
Yes, report of notice yet to return.
Thereafter, it will be there.
I'm looking thereafter. This is, yes. An issue notice. I think no order has been passed.
May I please, Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, we have filed one IA 76 of 18 under order 529 regarding someone and this thing, Lordship.
IA
76. Lordship, I was just informed that some record were not present here before this court. He has gone to take. So in that IA, if
176. IA 176.
No, IA 76.
76 of
18.
2018.
Lordship.
No.
Mentioned by the election commission of details. This was, it's still pending, but this is a.
It's already. So what is to be done?
We can fix up another date so that we will try to trace out the records also.
Monday.
Available records, yes.
Monday. What you said, Mr. Fusek, was 76. And madam,
Yes,
I think that the one you were mentioning,
Yes, Your Lordship.
I think that will, any order to be passed there will have to be passed only after disposal of this application.
Yes, Your Lordship, but in the meantime, I may be allowed to file one additional affidavit praying for the cost, Your Lordship.
Cost
Yes.
of,
See, the EVM and VVPATs are already here under the custody of this honorable court, Your Lordship. And then what happened was we have to bring all the way from parent. And till now, till date, is still under the custody of the registrar, Your Lordship.
whether you are entitled to cost under any provision,
Lordship.
whether you are entitled to any cost under any provision of law.
Lordship, here, what happened was during the time of trial also, this was not taken up, Lordship. This was not taken up. And on
But,
the issue of the recourse, Lordship.
What is that? What is that which is retained here in the court?
The EVMs.
The EVMs and all this.
Lordship.
This were retained on the orders of the court.
Lordship, but however, and I was filed, actually. What happened was.
And IA was filed, that has not been allowed
Your Lordship,
by the
on
court.
Yes, on perusal of the IA.
So maybe I think this court will not be in a position to pay the cost.
Your Lordship, with all due respect to the direction of this honorable court, Your Lordship, this IA was filed to produce the original tabulation sheet, final result, EVM and VVPAT, Your Lordship. The order, it says, in the order, it clearly states that these are necessary by the parties. This was the prayer made by the parties. This was not the decision that was taken by the honorable court. That was the order, Your Lordship. This is quite understood. So on that angle, what happened was, on following this IA, following the order that was passed in the IA, we have brought all the VVPAT and EVMs, Your Lordship. But however, during the time of trial also, it was not utilized. And moreover, Your Lordship, there were so many people that were engaged in this.
Lordship, the trial has not been concluded. Before the trial is concluded, the petitioner has filed the application for withdrawal.
These are taxpayers' money, Your Lordship.
And moreover, Lordship, the agency, the department that has brought the parent, it's the duty when the court summons or when the court directs, it's a duty, Lordship.
Lordship, it is our duty
And
to
We'll
adhere to
discuss
the
on
direction of this.
Monday,
Lord.
this case. Maybe Santi, I think you may have to find some better way out.
Yes, Lordship.
This court may not be inclined to grant you that relief.
But Your Lordship, in the meantime, I may be allowed to file one, eh?
If you are to file your additional, then this will also we have to be, or we can take up separately.
Lordship.
Can we take up separately? Because I feels that this matter will be listed on Monday. If that is, if you are going to file affidavit, then your matters may have to take some time.
Lordship. I leave it up to you, Lordship.
What is your case number?
163 of 2018, Your Lordship.
IA 163K.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Oh, these are all connected? Okay. Listed again on Monday, that is? On
22nd.
22nd, 5/20/23, along with IA 76, 2018. Any more records? And IA 163 of what?
18.
2018. Okay. It's all right, but listed, let us see.
Not surprised.
Okay.
Are you like?
ফটোটো দেখাবি না একবার
Huh? 160.
Iya mau bisa ikut bisa bu.
Ini gila provision deh. Gila berapa kamu lagi ada?